What's a trap that almost everyone will fall into at some point in their lives? Staying up way too late. Thinking you'll be just fine for the morning. Liking someone who doesn't like you back. And thinking the situation will change when it won't. EDT. To say thank you to for the gold. I don't know what to do with it. But I'm very thankful. Hitting spacebar to pause a YouTube video only to realize you've scrolled halfway down the page. One of the traps of adolescence is the sort of paranoid resentment that somehow you are never going to match up, and that everybody else's life is going to be better and finer and fuller, that everyone else attended some secret lesson in which how to live was taught and you had a dental appointment that day, or you were somehow not invited. Double quote. Stephen Fry. Prolonged indecisiveness that eventually leads to missed opportunities. Thinking that there will always be more time. Letting something you need to do get so overwhelming that it becomes almost impossible to actually do it. Mistaking lust for love. Clicking a link on a page only for the entire page to jump so you click on an ad. Going on Reddit right before bed. Source. Currently trapped. Don't worry. You don't have to get me anything for holiday. A YouTube ad longer than 15 seconds that's unskippable. Watching a documentary on YouTube that you've been dying to see, only to get to part 6 of 10 and find the last 3 parts weren't uploaded and the user has a link to finish watching it at your video. Where promiscuous never share TV. Woo. Thinking you're good at video games. There is almost always someone 10 times better than you. Life. I mean, don't get me wrong. It often results in happiness. But you get trapped nonetheless. Why has nobody posted about debt? Okay, I didn't scroll down that much but I want to post this. CR. Making eye contact with a kiosk worker at the mall and have them approach you awkwardly and try to sell you their product. If anyone has already posted this. Didn't mean to copy it. Too lazy to check all comments. Close bracket. Rick Astley. No one can escape Rick Astley. At 3 AM. I'm feeling so clear-headed and productive. Let me just figure out everything about life and my ambitions and chalk up a brilliant plan the likes of which this world has never seen. Then I'll get myself a good 8 hours of sleep and become awesome using my plan of awesomeness. Double quote. Going back to someone who was awful to you because you really had so much hope that they can be a better person. Kids. Biggest trap ever. Takes you 18 years to escape that trap. Searching YouTube for a video and clicking on the first result only to have it be some sponsored sh that is in no way at all related to your original search. Backspace 2. Advertising. We think we can ignore it. But there's a reason they spend so much money on it. We get manipulated every day. Thinking someone's essentially a good person deep down because they don't act like a jerk 100% of the time. If someone is only occasionally nice, they're not a diamond in the rough. They're an asshole. Lifestyle inflation. Whenever your wage increases, your spending expands to fill it. Getting hyped up on something only to find out that something was the most disappointing thing ever. Thinking you've escaped yourself. Like, you move or get a new job or a new relationship and you think, the new me. Then pretty soon all your neuroses and old habits catch up. I fell into the lie that told me that going to college would get me a decent job. I-oh, it's off to work I go. Sit down. Bare cheeks to the seat. Only to find out that there's no more toilet paper. Average power bill costs. Here's how it works. You pay your power bill for a year and after that the power company charges you an average cost per month. This spreads it out, which seems like it's a great deal. But if you live in Arizona like I do, you don't realize you're spending $500 a month in power unless you really pay attention. Watch your bills regardless of what they are. Don't overpay. Addiction. If you catch it time, it might not ruin your life. So take it from me. Be very aware of it. Clicking to find out why number 7 really will knock your socks off on their top 10 list. Cashier. Hi. Me. Good yourself. Being with that wrong person. Honestly, you never know how cool some people can be until you date more and often. Too many times a person meets one individual and sticks with them. A mistake everyone makes is trying to hold on to a lover that is no longer in love with you. It never works. Just move on. Avoid bitterness and start the healing process. Nothing lasts forever. Comparing your own situation to someone else's on social media. It's so easy to make comparisons without any of the appropriate context. And that doesn't do anybody any favors. That setting the alarm every day and going to work will lead you to financial freedom in the future. An abusive relationship. Not necessarily physically abusive though. Everybody will go or has gone through it. Watching way too many suggested videos on YouTube until you end up at something like this. Procrastination. Procrastination is like masturbation. It feels good till you realize you're freaking yourself. Thinking their problems are unique to them and so making it worse with a why me mentality. Somebody has probably experienced what you're going through and gotten out of it fine. Starting an affair with someone who is cheating on his or her, so if she can do it with you, she will do it to you. Also, my exam is not until Friday. I have time. Thinking that your insurance covers you only to find that you didn't buy the coverage. You have collision, but no rental coverage, for example. A 10-foot deep, 5-foot round hole in the woods covered with a network of thin twigs with leaves on top. It's not funny anymore. Let me out of here. Clicking on a video on YouTube that says something like women punches baby in the mouth shocking video. And you're like, sure. Whatever, I have 3 minutes. So you click on it only to be interrupted by some white chick in her 30s doing a report on the video and only showing screenshots of the video like she is training to be on cable news or some shit. Seeing the best in someone that you've been told probably isn't genuine. Some of us never learn and end up screwed out of thousands of dollars. I just have to stop thinking anyone is ever actually my friend. Reaching 30 and thinking that you should be in a relationship, married, engaged, having kids just because the majority of people your age are doing it. This was from another similar post. But I think it is called sunk money fallacy. It's basically that you don't let go of something after you put so much time, effort, and money into something or someone, even if it's bad for you. Getting stuck in a bad relationship where you can't leave because you're worried about the other person's feeling and well-being instead of focusing what is best for you. The P trap. An unstable girl will know she's unstable, but you will tolerate it and become overly attached because she's repeatedly freaking you and you fall in love. It's a terrible trap, especially for a young guy.